Spotlight Sports. It's Battle Rap Kingdom Media. We coming to y'all for the second episode with a special guest, Lyric, back in the building.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go over while we hitting these 2 minutes. Hawklyfe sharing. I'm just gonna go over what we doing today. All right. So those who don't know, all right, this is how it's gonna go. I'm going over the games and the scores and who won their predictions. We gonna save the comments for after, because that's a lot of games to be commenting on. So while I'm going over the predictions, right, this how. Oh, what the shit? Yeah, little feedback there. But when I'm going over predictions, y'all keep in mind, Hawk like Lyric, what games do y'all want to recap, or what games do you want to comment on after I go through the predictions and you know what I mean? Not the predictions, but the games and the stats for the games and who won their predictions from last week. Then after that, we'll spend a little time talking about who was right, who was wrong, and boom, boom, boom. And then we'll go into predictions for this week. For those who don't know, like I said, every week, there's 5 game of the weeks that each person can say this is my game of the week, and then there's one game out of those 5 games that you like. This is the best game, aka the throw it up game, aka the tug game, which is basically like I can see both sides winning this game, but I chose them, so this is my toss it up game. You know what I mean? So that being said, it's gonna be crazy tonight. There's a lot of little shit talking here in the beginning, but we're gonna save it till after I go through all the stats first and who won their predictions. But for those who don't know, it's 16 games. I mean, 32 teams, of course, except for when bye weeks come around, then we'll be having a short list. Oh, that's Tom now. Police. All right. So for this week, like I said, there's 16 games that we could have won. I won 10 games. Lyric won 10 games. Hawklife won 8. Are we doing a countdown again? I'll just wait till after.
We're gonna give you for the 10th. June 7th is my birthday.
That ain't your birthday.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Today is September 12th.
That was that birthday. I don't know what the birthday.
My
Well,
birthday.
happy birthday to them. Hawklife don't believe them.
My birthday
Hit you. Well, we'll do some news. Everybody knows Freestyle Division every Saturday. Y'all tap in for that. Hawklife Reacts, where he plays music. There's Hawklife, where he goes over the songs. You know what I'm saying? Got the interviews, everything set up. With that, let's hit him up.
And boom.
Your mic on, but
That's good.
Oh, you got
I
Lyra?
don't know. But I'm just making sure.
Huh?
Maybe you light up the stove. I want to know.
Don't find it.
Lock the door. Shut it up.
Alright. Yeah, hello?
Let's get it.
Alright. Make sure you don't mute your mic because you accidentally didn't mute it. But it's all good. Alright. Now we ready to start. I'll go over these. All right. So, recap again. There was 60 games this week that were played. Some of them was stomps. Some of them was blowout. Some of them was close. Some of them were just shit show. But like I said, I got 10 wins this week out of the 16. Lyra got 10 wins this week out of 16. Hawklyfe got 8. So that's just the win counter we got going right now. As far as that, we're gonna get into the stats real quick and who won what games. So we kicked it off. Lions and Chiefs. Everybody said the Chiefs were gonna win, but we all know Lions won 21-20. Chiefs was at home. They took that L. So we all lost that game. That was the only game that we all lost. All the other ones, spoiler alert, when we all picked the same side, they won. So that was the one that everyone took an L on. As far as the next game, Bengals 3, Browns 24. Lyric won that game. The Browns was at home. Next one, the Texans had 9 points. Ravens had 25. Ravens was at home. We all won that prediction. The Bucks was 20. The Vikings was 17. Lyric won that one. The Panthers was at 10. The Falcons was at 24. I won that one. YZ. Cardinals versus Commanders. Cardinals had 16. Commanders had 20. We all won that one. Jags 31. Colts 21. Me and Hawklife won that one. 49ers had 30. Steelers had 7. Me and Lyric won that one. Titans had 15. Saints had 16. Hawk and Lyric won that one. Raiders had 17. Broncos had 16. Me and Lyric won that one. Eagles had 25. Patriots had 20. Me and Hawk won that one. Rams had 30. Seahawks had 13. Hawk won that one alone. Dolphins had 36. Chargers had 34. We all won that game. We all went with the Dolphins. The Packers had 38. The Bears had 20. Lyric won that one alone. The Cowboys had 40. And the Bears had a goose egg, 0. Me and Hawklife won that one. Bills 16. Jets 22. Me and Lyric won that one. So with those games being said, I'll leave it to the co-host and the special guest here, Lyric. What games would y'all like to comment on first? Go ahead, Lyric. Say the Browns. Say it. Get it out the way. Or your Packers. Either one you want to go with. You can go either one.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Oh, shit. Sorry, y'all.
Those were the game stats. It's okay. I'll say this. I told you them Cowboys defense was going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Your mic's low.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, don't shit on the Browns.
And nobody was shitting on them, but I ain't picking. But they didn't have not Travis Kelce. They didn't have their defense that they had. Now we know.
Oh, yeah.
With the Chiefs game, they lost Travis Kelce that game. Ravens didn't have Mark Andrews. Ravens still won. And how do y'all feel about the Jets? Because Aaron Rodgers comes out.
I feel bad for Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I feel bad for Aaron Rodgers. But I know, this was supposed to be his year. He wanted to do some things this year, and unfortunately, that season was cut short with that Achilles injury. Man, I wish him healing, but man, they still wind up getting that game, which pissed me off because
Hawklyfe.
I could have tried. But I will say this. I have to change the subject. Who that said they're gonna beat them Saints?
Hey, I want to talk about that, honestly. Okay, we can get into that. That was a shit show. That's the game that was a shit show. I'm just going to let you know. 15-16. And both of them offenses got to figure it out. Now, there's some
a couple
teams
close ones like that, though. I just think it was
even
good
our Ravens
defense.
game. We had 25-9, but it's still all right, our offense could have did more. But that game, it was a defensive defensive game on both sides of the ball, which really I did not see coming because I thought they would play a little bit with Derek Carr and Tannehill and Derrick Henry.
I gotta give you all props. I gotta give Saints their props. Honestly, gotta
That
say that
defense
because
is scary.
what I was saying
Well, you and Lyric
was
went for the Saints. I went for the
yeah,
Titans. So
yeah.
y'all won y'all shit.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, even still, I got to give it to the Saints because that was a damn good game. But what I saw was different. The defense was extremely giving them. If it wasn't for the defense, I believe the Saints might have been in some troubled waters because at some point they were losing. They was losing for a minute. You know what I mean? But I think what really turned around for them was their defense. Their defense really showed out. Their offense, all they had to do was just do their job. That's it.
Yeah,
And then it
I
pulled
feel.
everything together.
Well,
Exactly what I thought was going to happen actually. And
Yeah,
I was like, damn, it took about fucking time. Like when this supposed to been happen, and then it was like they finally got on their shit after that damn field goal.
yeah. Now
So
I'm gonna say this. I expected the offense to be kind of rusty because we got a new quarterback and he trying to fill out the players and shit like that. Yeah, they
exactly.
have the practices in the preseason, but it's still over time. It's gonna take more than 4 games for them to be all the way good and the chemistry
now,
to be all the way
now
right.
the
Now,
game I want to talk about. Oh, my bad, bro. Go ahead. My bad.
oh,
Go ahead. Now
it's
what?
all good. Oh, but now, with that being said, I felt like Carl had some struggles. I feel like he had some struggles. He had some points where he was in the pocket too much.
Yeah,
Uh, and
yeah.
I felt like Tannehill didn't get enough blocking on the Titans side of the ball because they could have really done some damage if he would have got blocking too. So I felt like both offenses struggled. I felt like it was a heavy defensive game, and I felt like that was another game like that too, the Denver Broncos game too. But
yeah,
you know,
Raiders, Broncos.
yeah, that
Y'all,
was pretty
That was the
close as
lowest
well.
scoring game as far
y'all
as
sleeping on one game.
teams.
Y'all sleeping on one game, but I'm saving this one because this one is my ultimate talk shit form. So I'm saving it.
All right, well, if
Yeah,
you
I'm
want
just
to save it, I'll get to talking my shit.
go
I'm
ahead.
just
Cowboys
waiting.
defense.
I'm just waiting for somebody to bring it up, but nobody brought it up so far. But you want to talk about the Cowboys? Let me tell you something.
Hey,
I started.
hey,
Oh, hold on,
Let
hold
us
on.
know
Let me
what
say
y'all
this. Let me
think
say this.
about them
Hold on,
games
hold
in
on.
the
Let me say
comments
this.
too. Get active.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
look. So,
all you can say is
so
you was
I
wrong. That's all you can say.
no. I forgot something. It's a thing down here in Texas. It's a thing. When Houston wins a game, if you actually pay attention, and it's actually true, I learned that from being down here. If Houston win a game, Dallas gonna lose. If Dallas win a game, Houston gonna lose. So I forgot that Houston was going against my team, the Ravens. So I should have bet for Dallas to win. That's the only time really that I'm gonna go for Dallas. And my black ass was not paying attention that fucking night. I'm gonna say that I literally chewed a bullet on that one. You know what I mean? And also the defense, the Texas defense. I'm gonna give you that, bro. You're right. The Texas defense
Cowboys.
did look good, but we gonna see. We gonna see next week how the hell they gonna do because I still feel like they're gonna have some trouble
Spoiler
ahead.
alert. You might not like my pick for next week with them. All
Well,
right.
let
But
me
as
say
far
this
as the
about
Cowboys
Dallas.
game,
Now, what I
Ooh,
want to talk about
if making
is
a
the coach.
statement was a person, 40-0, 40-0. That
and the
making a
defense.
statement was a person. I told y'all Dallas the team to beat. Sleeper,
Yeah,
sleeper.
yeah,
They've been
they
knocking
did
too
their shit.
long.
They favored.
They did their shit. They did their shit. They really did.
But the
And
only thing that I say
it
about
was
the Dallas
it was
is
the
that got to be able to
it
throw
was
that ball better. That's the only thing I didn't like about the
yeah.
game. Defense was
Okay. See,
good. Rushing was
see,
good.
I was
But it
about to
was
say
raining
that.
like a motherfucker. So,
But you see that the same players that I called out last week was the same players that he had no choice to use. That is the only reason why Dallas won. Exactly what I
no,
said.
Brandon Cooks did his thing.
Yeah,
Defense, it
of
was
course.
everybody
Wait,
on
bro,
defense.
40-0, bro. Come on. I gotta be the kind in the situation, but 40-0. That's the only reason
Look,
they won.
look,
Come
look, look,
on.
look, look.
They
You
gotta start
cannot.
giving Dallas their
You
props.
can.
Now they've been trash for years.
Yeah,
Don't get
yeah,
it
yeah,
twisted.
yeah, yeah. Give Dallas their props. You right. You right. But don't give
They
Dak
ain't
and
trash.
Zeke.
They just losing
Do
the
not
playoffs.
Do not give Zach and fucking Zeke their fucking goddamn props. They don't deserve it. That's what I feel
Okay,
about it.
bro, you
Everybody
gotta
else on
get
the
in your
team
memory.
deserve it.
Hold on, let me say something. You gotta get in your memory that Ezekiel Elliott is not there no more. He plays for the
So
Patriots.
I know, but I'm
right,
gonna say
and I
this.
was about to
I'm
ask
gonna,
that
I'm,
question.
I'm
Do
gonna say
y'all
them
think it was
together.
right to get
I'm gonna,
rid of him?
I'm gonna say
Yes.
that together because that's his boyfriend. You know what I mean? So
Nah, not
that's why I
anymore.
did that.
It's Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard did his thing. But as far as the Colts and the Jags game, I already knew the Jags was going to win. The Colts, I would say Anthony Richardson was probably,
Yeah,
other than the Commanders, because you could say, oh, Sam Howell won, but he was definitely a rookie that showed out. CJ Stroud had his moments
yeah,
as well.
yeah,
That dude, Will Anderson from the Texans, he going to be a problem as a rookie. That's going to
yeah.
be a problem. But
But that's
I already knew the
but to
Colts was
answer your
going to
question,
lose.
though, that's why I picked the Colts. You know what I mean? You saw how they played, bro. Like I feel like that if they had more time on the board, whatever, the Colts actually could have took that. The Colts could have took that, but they had some stumbles on their part. And then the defense on the other team really like put the pressure on them. You know what I mean? Of course, that they
Yeah, that's the
wasn't ready
Jags.
for. But yeah, exactly. But other than that, I feel like that the Colts would have won that. The Colts would have won that. That's to answer your question last week. That's why I chose the Colts. I feel like that the Colts going to be one of the sleeper teams that everybody is not going to think is going to be like, oh yeah, we're going to get this win. Then they end up losing. You know what I mean? Like we have teams that's like that. I feel like Colts is right now. Like they're figuring something out underneath
And
all of our eyes.
my last game that I want to talk about is
Uh,
that Panthers and Falcons game. I told you the Falcons was going to win that game, 24-10.
yeah,
I was
that
the
was
only one.
crazy.
I
But
said I knew the
he's gonna
Falcons were going to do their thing against the Panthers, and what I mean, I know the Titans faced them this week, the Panthers, but hey, it is what it is. Unless y'all want to recap another game, we can get straight into this week's game.
Yeah, let's get straight
Which
to
I hope
this
y'all
week's
got y'all
game.
5 game of the weeks. If you don't got them in mind and you just going off of the matchups, just make sure y'all know it's 5 game of the weeks y'all have. But again, this week I got 8 home wins, 8 away wins. That's my prediction. Just happened to be that when I got done picking them, so it's kind of like a recurring theme. But
Are
the
you gonna write
Vikings,
down? Are you gonna write down our decision as well?
yeah, when I say that to rewatch, I always rewatch the show. So I had your predictions written down last week. That's how I know who won
All
and
right,
who
cool.
didn't.
All right, that's sure. Let's get it. Go ahead.
I'll be working behind the scenes putting this show together. But the Vikings, who are 0-1, are going to the Eagles, who are 1-0. Eagles at home, just to clarify. Kirk Cousins is going against Jalen Hurts. So with that being said, I'm going with the Eagles on that one. Vikings kind of let me down last week. So I was like, all right. And the Eagles defense kind of showed that they might have lost some players, but they still got a good defense. And like I said last week, I just think they got more offensive
Yeah,
weapons. So I got them winning this
I'm
week.
I'm I'm going for the Vikings.
mm, mm. This is my game of the week. This was actually my first pick for game of the week, and I picked them and I'm gonna tell you why I picked this game. What's his name? Jefferson used to play for LSU. Jefferson had a crazy first week. He was very productive. He was putting
Yeah,
up
my fantasy
numbers,
draft did good with them.
and Minnesota gave up a good fight. Uh, but I am picking Philly to win. But I'm also saying that I feel like it's gonna be a good showing for Minnesota. So this is definitely a game of the week to watch. A game to watch for
I
sure.
almost had it as a game of the week, but I did it. I was so close to other teams. I'll tell you what game I replaced that game with, or didn't pick
So
them up.
Hawklyfe, who you going for?
I'm going for Philly.
Philly.
All right. Any reasons behind that pick for y'all? I got the Eagles offense and defense probably gonna hold that one down.
I feel like it's gonna be a close game, but I feel like they're gonna edge it out. I will say the Eagles by between 3 and 7.
All right, all right. Well, I do have
I
Jalen Hurts.
mean, the Eagles have injuries already in the beginning, just like there's a lot of teams have injuries already in the beginning of their first game. So this is going to kind of either going to be a handicap or it's not going to affect them at all. But even still, by the Vikings already losing one, that means that they're already working 2 times harder into gaining the next win and figuring things out. So I feel like that they're gonna have a game plan and a strategy, and also they already know about pretty much their defense and offense about what they're gonna be dealing with. So I feel like that the Vikings gonna take that one.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like, but they playing in Philly, and that's a tough crowd. So, but I know the Vikings, like he said, gonna come with a game plan. They gonna come swinging. So that's why it was my game of the week.
All right.
But yeah,
Next game. Ravens are 1-0, and they going to
uh,
Cincinnati Bengals, who are
okay.
0-1. That's my game of the week,
Ra-
my first game of the week. Um,
Ravens,
I'm
you
going
already
with the
know.
Ravens
Yeah,
because
you already know. That's my team.
Joe Burrow might be still going through the injury, as we seen from last week. He don't usually pull off no touchdowns in a game, so I'm gonna lean towards that. Plus, you know what I mean. Ravens is my team, so but I'm gonna lean towards that. Like I said, it's my game of the week. Uh, I think the Ravens just got a good defense. The Bengals don't have the defense that they had, and you know what I mean. They lost some players on defense, so I just feel like it's going to be shown. But I also know that both of these offenses have to prove something. You know what I mean. Um, you know what I mean. Baltimore just not quite having the offense together. With even though scoring 29 points, I'm just saying as far as what everyone thought it was or was going to be. J.K. Dobbins went out, injury. Somebody on our offensive line got injured. Marcus Williams got injured at safety. But I still feel like, hey, Marlon Humphrey's out, but that's cornerback and safety. I still feel like Ravens got that game. It's
They
it's
did. They did have some
it's
tricks up their
close.
sleeve, though. I ain't gonna lie, though. They had some new moves in that playbook that I realized in that game, and I was like, damn, like yo, that's pretty
Yeah, there was
fucking
no
cool.
quarterback design runs for Lamar Jackson. They just
Yeah,
let him scramble out of the pocket and kind of
but
take that the way he wanted to.
let's get it. Let's get it.
Yeah. I gotta play devil's advocate in this one. I love Baltimore. I love Baltimore, and I think they're gonna play heavy. And I do think the Bengals gonna play heavy. I feel like Joe Burrow gonna be at home. He's gonna be more comfortable in his pocket. He gonna show out at home. And usually when people at home, they play a lot better. So I'm counting that when I'm saying that, but I don't count Baltimore out. It wasn't my game of the week, but I still feel like it's gonna be a super dope game. And I'm giving it to Cincinnati. I know
Oh,
I'm gonna hear from the Baltimore
oh,
fans.
oh, you motherfucker!
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. 'Cause
Gotta
we
add some intrigue to
Ah,
this.
you see that? He's an op this week. Damn, he's an op. He's an op this week for Baltimore. You see that? All
hey,
smoke besides. He
it is
don't
what it
believe in
is.
Baltimore. He
I
don't
know.
No,
I
I
believe in
know.
believe
Baltimore,
Baltimore.
man.
Lyric going for the
God
Ravens,
damn.
but
You already know. I'm not switching up. It's Ravens every time.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if they lose. It's Ravens every time.
Yeah.
all right. Next game,
Next game.
Seahawks, who are 0-1, go to the Detroit Lions, who are at home at 1-0. In that game, I'm taking the
The
Seahawks. I'm
lines,
going
right?
for them again.
Oh, he gonna go with the Seahawks again.
I
I did
I
too.
I
Don't get me
don't
wrong.
believe in the. I don't believe in the. I mean, I love Detroit. Rest in peace, my homie, my brother, and shit. But it's. I think they just went against a wounded animal. That's why the Bengals. Joe Burrow obviously got some issues. He's not 100%. So I don't know, but I know Seattle. They got some weapons. Detroit got some weapons, but I just got a feeling like, all right, I'm gonna go with these Seahawks. Might bite me later on, but you got to have those underdog games. That's one of the underdog. I'm going with the
Yeah,
underdog. I'm going with
I'm
Seattle.
gonna I'm gonna go with the Lions, bro.
Mm.
I'm
I
sorry. Detroit
I
on the West Coast. Yeah, Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, yeah. They're gonna play tonight with Hearts. They're gonna play with Hearts on that game. They on the West Coast. You know what I mean? Like
Mm. I tend to agree with Lyric. Detroit on the West Coast and seeing that last Seattle game, you got to make me believers again this week. Not to say they can't come out and go crazy, but Gino, we just go crazy. You know what it is, man.
Well, I kind of took lyric on that one. Like Eagles, it's like, hey, they lost the game. They coming in. They coming in. They mad about that shit.
Yeah.
It was a low scoring game. A low scoring game. I just feel like the Lions took advantage of a average
Uh-huh.
defense and Joe Burrow. So I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. Next game, the Colts are 0-1. The Texans are 0-1. I have been going over the quarterbacks for the Ravens and Bengals game. Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. For that Seahawks and Lions, Geno Smith and Jared Goff. And for this Colts and Texans game, Texans at home, it's Anthony Richardson and C.J. Stroud. Battle of the rookies is my second game of the week. They both 0-1. Texans at home, but from what I've seen from the Texans, battling the Ravens, I mean, I I do have a little bit of a sore spot because of the Colts and how the Ravens' history goes down. So I went with the Texans. I like them, the
Mm,
rookie on offense, the rookie on defense. Robert Woods had a good game, at least for attacking. So I'm like, okay, Anthony Richardson did do a little work at that quarterback position for his first game, but they both still lost. So I'm gonna go with the home field advantage, and I'm gonna go with I think they're both talented quarterbacks. So who has more weapons outside of what I mean the quarterbacks? And I think Texas have more weapons. They have it's a little bit better defense in my eyes. So I went with the Texans. I'm gonna go with them.
I love this matchup. Love this matchup. They say
Game of the week for
everything
me.
bigger in Texas. I feel like Texas gonna have a good game at home. Indianapolis gonna come playing. Who's Indianapolis quarterback again?
Anthony Richardson, the rookie.
Rookie. Okay.
He went crazy in fantasy. Motherfuckers was going crazy over him.
And they got Shroud. So yeah, definitely the Texans at home. Uh, yeah, that not my game of the week, but I think for two rookies, it's gonna be a good to watch two
Yeah,
rookies
battle
go
of the
at it.
rookies. That's why
Yeah,
that's the game that I picked over the Vikings and Eagles. I think the rookies are gonna they on even playing ground. They can learn a lot from that game. The defenses are gonna eat. I think it's gonna be a defensive fucking showdown.
yeah.
So I went with the
well,
Texans.
Yeah, I want the Texans too.
Go ahead, do it again, bro. Do it again. Go for them damn Colts again. I'm gonna fucking come through this phone. We ain't supposed to like them.
Yeah, die hard.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm gonna go for the Colts.
Me, you gonna
It's all
talk
right
after
to
this
be a
damn
die
show.
hard. It's all
Skip,
right.
skip. Now,
Damn. What that boy say? Damn. That nigga said, nah, Skip. Damn. And Stephen A over there with
It's
his
okay.
hair
It's okay.
receding,
It's okay.
talking
It's
about
been
it's
seven
okay.
years.
7
It's been
years.
7 years.
it's just 7
It's
years.
been 7 years, my brother. It's okay.
All right.
Like this nigga
So
got PTSD or something. 7 years?
we gonna get
His
to the next game.
his mind skipping.
Don't talk about my headphones on,
The
baby. I
Bears
laugh
are
myself
zero
out.
and one, and the Bucks are 1-0. It's Justin Fields for the Bears. It's Baker Mayfield for the Bucks, and I got the Bucks winning the division. Last week
Okay.
I didn't choose them. Last week I didn't choose them to win, but this week I did. So I think the Bucks is gonna beat the Bears. Um, I thought they were gonna have a slow start there, but obviously not. They took that first game, but now this week I'm like, all right, I could probably put a little, investment. You know what I'm saying? I could put a little investment on that. So I picked the Bucks. I think the Bucks gonna win that game. Don't even trip.
Yeah, I
They
agree
at
with you.
home.
The Bucks definitely gonna win that game.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Saints fan, and I can't say we really hate the Bucks, but they is division opponents. We don't hate them as much as we hate the Dirty Birds, fucking Falcons. Fuck them. But anyhow, you know,
Hey, I was
Tampa
sleeping on the
got
Falcons last week.
Chicago. Chicago had a rough start in the first game. Tampa surprised me. I'm not gonna say they didn't surprise me. I wondering how they were gonna do post Brady era. They looked good doing their thing. I would say I'm gonna have to grudgingly go with Tampa on this
Okay, so we all go for the Bucks. All right, look, we on the same page tonight for certain games. All right, the next game. The Chiefs 0-1 against the Jags 1-0. For the Chiefs, y'all know it's Pat Mahomes. For the Jags, y'all know it's Trevor Lawrence. And I went with the Jags because the Chiefs let me down last week. We all voted for them, and I can't get that out of my head. Plus, I don't know if Travis Kelsey
Yeah.
is playing, and if Travis Kelsey not playing, I don't think it's going to be. I mean, of course, Patrick Mahomes is going to bounce back. I think he has a better game than 3 points. I mean, there's no way you don't have a better game. And but I just can't invest in them. Last week I said I would have to see the Lions. I saw the Lions. I still didn't go for the Lions this week, but you know what I mean, I saw it, but I saw that Chiefs team as well. So now I feel like how I felt with the Lions last week, especially with that game one, the Chiefs and their history, they go 0-2 a little bit here lately. So I went to back to history and looked at kind of the algorithm of their team. I'm going with Jacksonville. I got to. I just don't want to gamble on the Chiefs. I feel like we did enough gambling with them last week. But y'all boys have y'all own opinion. Who you got in this Chiefs and Jags? Jags at home.
Yeah, Jags.
Yeah, the Jags.
Fuck Patrick Mahomes. I told you I don't like him. I never did.
I will.
It's
Damn,
personal.
damn, damn. I will say this. This was my second game of the week.
Ooh.
I think Travis Kelsey is back. I'm gonna do my backup on that.
He
And
gonna be
gotta
laying
drop
on
Yeah,
his
that
he's
back.
pick for
questionable.
the pick.
He's questionable, but even if he does come back, is he really gonna be
Exactly.
fully
No.
fucking ready to
Hell
go?
Right,
no. He gonna be laying on his
right.
back.
It's
He's
my
back.
game of the week.
It's
I
too
still
early.
feel like they gonna try to put this game on Mahomes' back. I feel like he gonna get it together. He shook the cobwebs off in game one. Uh, Usually with a team win the championship, they don't come out swinging in the first couple games. They always seem to make the playoffs at least. So I see them still having a decent year. I don't know how far they gonna go as far as the playoffs that they gonna repeat, but they gonna have a good year. I feel like this gonna be a bounce back game. I feel like Lawrence gonna do his thing. Um, if Kels don't play, it's gonna be like last week. Cause Mahomes can't hold it all on his back. I'm sorry, it's just not. I mean, unless y'all got a
Hey,
new game
on that
plan.
on that on that comment, he better hold on his back because when everybody was talking about Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews being the top receiver, he still got it done. So shit. Now
That
Patrick
part.
Mahomes ain't got no damn receivers, and they dropping all the balls. Even though Kadarius Toney is, you know what I mean, he was injured too. A lot of people don't know that he came into that game. He was injured. He came right in the game. Didn't get to do preseason as much. Didn't get to participate in training camp. He still tried, but that was not really a good try. You drop more balls than you caught. Pause. I mean, shit. But I got you said you got the Chiefs.
I'm going to. It's a tough one to call because I want to say fuck the. I'm not a diehard, but I'm a Mahome. I'm a homie. So
You my
definitely,
homeboy.
He said,
Shed
I'm
it.
a
Shed
Mahomie.
it.
Pause.
so de-
Pause. Say
pause.
that out. Yeah. That don't sound right. Mahomie. See, that's
His
why I
name
don't like Pat
Mahomes,
Mahomes.
and you
He
know
always
my
cat
name.
he
My
cat
last
me
name
down,
Mahomes,
man.
so it's Mahomes and Mahomes. It's the Mahomes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
Mahomes and Mahomies. Alright.
we done seen him do crazy shit. So you can't count out the Chiefs. I'm flipping the coin here and giving it to the Chiefs, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Jaguars win. But my choice is the Chiefs.
All right. Okay, so the next game. I'm curious to see where Bruh stand on this one. Certain games I'm gonna let people go first. Cause he got them Packers. He didn't get packed up. I told you I stayed on my shit. I said he was gonna get packed up in that game. But the Packers are 1-0. The Falcons are 1-0. The Falcons are at home. Who you got, Lyric? You
Bro,
still on that
bro,
love
bro,
train?
bro. Of course, the Packers. Of
You
course,
dirty motherfucker. All right,
the
I can see it
Packers.
though. I can see it. I saw him play. That's cool. But
Yeah.
all right, Hawklife, who you got in the Packers and the Falcons?
Well, you
Let's.
should already know we don't like the Dirty Birds, so we would never go for the Dirty Birds. I don't give a fuck. They can put a gun to our
Oh,
head. We'll shoot you in your
ooh, I
motherfucking
like that.
head or pick the
I
Dirty
like
Bird.
that.
And we gonna say shoot me in the motherfucking head because I ain't picking the Dirty Bird. That's just what it is.
So
And
you got the
I've been a Green
Packers.
Bay fan a long time, so definitely shout out Green Bay. I'm talking about Brett Favre did before we found out he was a bitch ass and did some bitch ass shit with the Medicaid. But I was a Brett Favre. I'm gonna call it what it is. Everybody else get, this ain't to be a politically. This not a politically correct sports podcast. We say what the fuck we mean and mean what we say. That nigga did some bitch ass shit with the Medicaid, and they ain't locked that bitch ass nigga up. You know what I'm saying? Now he
Hey,
was
he
a
was
good
just trying to get
football
his
player.
benefits.
That don't take away him being a football player. Now he was a good football player. You know. I grew up playing receivers. Well, he was like one of them niggas. I always wanted to throw me the fucking ball because I was always one of the receivers. If you throw that bit, I'm going to get it. Period. You know what I'm saying? So I was a little nigga. I've never been that big, but I was a little nigga, and I used to get up in that field. You know what I'm saying? I get busy. I grew up, but we used to play ball with no equipment. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Pitch throw that motherfucker in the air, you catch it, nigga hit you. You know you're gonna get hit right. Ain't no equipment out here. You know what I'm
all right.
saying? You
Well,
know what I'm talking about? Yeah, from the muscle,
we having a flashback, boys.
Oh
We having
yeah,
a
my bad.
flashback of last week because y'all, like Lyric was saying about the Browns, y'all shitted on the Falcons, and I was the only one who went for them. And
Yeah,
deja vu, if it's
yeah,
not, I went with
yeah.
the Falcons. I'm not feeling
I
that
bet,
loss.
I
Wow.
bet you did. I bet
No
you
Hey,
did.
look, they won last week for me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay,
So
yeah, yeah.
y'all
They
all
won that
went
one.
against the Falcons, and I won. So this week, y'all all going against the Falcons. That's why I let y'all go first, because I didn't want to sway no one's opinion. I'm going with the Falcons. I
Oh
gotta
no,
go with them.
I was gonna go for the Packers
Yeah,
anyway
I
until you
I
said
know.
that.
respect it.
That's why I let you go first. I was curious what Hawklife was gonna say, but he want to jump on the damn love train too. No homo. So I was like, okay, y'all want to jump on there? I'm going for them Dirty Birds. If you don't know, I went to Douglas Byrd. I graduated from Douglas Byrd. That's a school, high
It's
school
in the
here in
egg our
North
buses.
Carolina. And guess what they
Homosexual
called us?
bird.
It was Douglas Byrd,
Dirty
and guess what they
Birds,
called us? They called us the Dirty Birds. We
Dirty
was the
Birds.
motherfucking
Yeah.
most dangerous fucking high school in North Carolina. So maybe that's a little bit of it too. But I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Desmond Ritter didn't let me down last week. I will say, Jordan Love, he's everyone's not noticing that. Like I said last week, the Green Bay Packers move on from quarterbacks very well. If you notice, when they move on from a quarterback, they go get them a rookie they like. They keep them for a couple of years behind that great. Brett Favre with Aaron Rodgers with Jordan Love. So a lot of people thinking like this is first year starting, but he already learned this offense. You know what I'm saying? He already learned this offense. He's already been there. He sees what they can do. Even dealing with the new additions, he's done well. So, but with all that being said, I'm going with the Falcons. I got to. They got me my dub last week, and they're gonna give me this dub this week.
And they ain't giving no. They don't give a double shit.
All right, we gonna see. Cause
That's what I'm
that
about.
talk was the same talk last week. They
Yeah,
got
we
me a
gonna
dub.
see. Yeah. Uh huh.
All right, so the Raiders and
Don't shit on the
going
pack.
are 1-0, and the Bills are going 0-1. So they at home. The Bills at home. I got this as my third game of the week.
This one is
Um,
gonna be a good game.
yeah.
This one should have been a game of the week as well. I'm definitely going for the Raiders. I'm sorry. I'm going for the
Ain't no
Raiders.
reason to be sorry. I'm going with the Raiders too. Josh Allen. As much as you don't like Patrick Mahomes, there's two teams that I don't really like their quarterback, and we all know who it is. It's Justin Herbert and Josh Allen. I just don't fucks with them. But I'm going with the Raiders. This is my game of the week as well. I'm going with the Raiders. I think Devontae Adams, Jimmy Garoppolo, you know what I mean? They had Derek Carr, and they kind of kept the same. I think Derek Carr and Jimmy Garoppolo, they kind of even with this play style. They kind of do the same thing. So I don't feel like the Raiders will fall off. Same reasons I had last week. So I'm going with the Raiders too. Now I'm gonna look at Hawklyfe. You better choose wisely in this one. You like them home teams this week? Well, who you got? Bills at home. Raiders are coming. Bills are 0-1. Raiders are 1-0. Jimmy Garoppolo and Josh Allen's battled it out. It's going to be a good quarterback battle.
This is my third game of the week. It's
Okay,
been
everybody
slobber
going
knocker.
to.
It's slobber fest. Josh Allen got picked about 3 times last week on the
Yeah,
road.
against them Jets
That's
getting
cool.
tore up.
Yeah, it's cool. They struggled the Jets with a backup quarterback who came in the game, a rookie who had a fantastic game, take nothing away
Oh, he ain't a
from the
rookie. He
Jets.
been there. That's Zach Wilson.
But Zach Wilson, my bad. Yeah. But he came in and had a star-studded performance. Boom, they got the dub. Bills at
Punt
home.
return to end the game.
Yeah. Crazy special teams play. The Bills at home. I feel like they're gonna regroup. Like I said, that power boost from people at home to certain teams. It's just that effect. Buffalo is a crazy place to play in that weather. Um, it's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be interesting to see how they come out. I think Josh Allen gonna fix some of the shit he messed up on, and they gonna come back ready to play. Um, I get it. It's to Buffalo, but nothing taken from Oakland because Oakland had a dope first game up, and they won against the Denver Broncos 6. They had the lowest score, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And but they had a good showing against Denver. I'm glad they beat Denver because I ain't want Shaw Payton to win with his buster ass because he know what he did. Nigga, they let you slip with that shit. The Saints front office because Gail don't know what the fuck
I
going
like
on.
to
She just
correct you
inherited the
real
Saints.
quick.
Yeah, I know the background, so I'm gonna do all the fine. I know the owners and everything. Gail don't know shit about the Saints. Tom
All right,
was
hold
the
up.
owner.
I want to
He
correct you
died.
real quick. The
Oh,
lowest scoring game last week was the Titans and the Saints, 16-7, 15-16, and the Raiders was 17-16.
well, yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
watch your Titans.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still the lowest scoring game. Both of them well defensive play games. So yeah,
And so you going with the Bills, Hawk Life.
I'm going
Me
with
and
the
Lyra
Bills.
going with the Raiders. All right, we're gonna be here next week. Y'all already know how I'm going on. All right, so next game, the Chargers 0-1. Chargers got Justin Herbert. The Titans 0-1 at home, and they got Ryan Tannehill. And I know I said this last week, but you already know I kind of gave my pick because I don't like Justin Herbert. But I went with the Titans. I feel like they're gonna bounce back. They got to figure out that offense. Um, a lot of teams kind of got to figure out their offense. It is week 2, you know what I'm saying? So usually you don't see what a team is till after about week 4. But I'm gonna go with the Titans. I think they let me down last week. I think they ain't gonna let me down this week. Hopefully not, but it is what it is. They both 0-1. It's gonna be a good game. Not one of my game of the weeks, but it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah. So
Go ahead and say it. I see your fucking face.
yeah, I'm going for the Chargers, man. I'm all charged up. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They gonna struck the fucking Titans. Of course they will. I mean,
Mm,
bro, like, yeah.
All good. I like
yeah,
when I have my own pick to myself.
this what I'm thinking. I feel like this game is gonna be like the Saints game was. And if the Tannehill coming in there throwing 4 interceptions, he gonna have a long night. Justin Herbert, Carr ain't Justin Herbert. That's a whole different blocking offensive statute that Tennessee has to deal with compared to dealing with that offense New Orleans use, because the Chargers use a different offensive scheme. You know what I'm saying? So That being said, like I said, I've been on a home team, right? Because I feel like that boost at home make them recharge up, make them want to play better. I do too feel like Tanner, the first one's getting the Cowboys off. Do I do feel like Tanner Hill's going to shake back and pull a W out at home? Absolutely. I feel like every team this week at home gonna take the dub just to get their feet wet. But I could be wrong. But I'm going for Tennessee.
All right. Okay. I want to stand alone,
Okay.
but I'll take company. That's fine.
All right. You two
All right.
motherfuckers gonna get shot.
Hey, I'm not saying
y'all
I just
get
don't like
y'all gonna
Justin
get
Herbert.
electrocuted. Y'all
Realistically,
get
I agree with
electrocuted,
Hawklife.
nigga.
They got a good little squad. You know what I'm saying? But Justin Herbert's a good quarterback. I just don't like him. I'll say that. But the
Who
next
gonna kick
game,
him?
the 49ers, who are 1-0, going to the Rams. Rams are at home. They 1-0. It's Brock Purdy and Matthew Stafford. This is my fourth game of the week. And y'all know what I preach on this show. If you don't know by now, we gonna hear it a lot here in these next few games. Defense. 49ers gonna take that one. They one of the top three defenses we saw last week with them Cowboys, and even with the Jets, even with their defense, I think that's the top three defenses in the league right now. It's Jets, 49ers, and Cowboys. So I went with the 49ers. I think they're gonna beat the Rams. Matthew Stafford, he's helped his Rams team out. It is my game of the week. I think it's gonna be close, but I gotta go with the 49ers. I can't vote against the defense. If the defense is that fucking good and it's a spotlight to the sport, I gotta go with the 49ers.
Mm, mm. Well, this was also my game of the week number 4. I think this gonna be a slobber knocker, showstopper. Um, Rams at home, I believe. 49 on the
Yep.
road. Um, this might be a biased pick for me, but if I don't pick this team, then my daddy gonna curse me out because the 49ers is team. So I can't go against the 49ers. So I got to pick the 49ers in this. Uh, and shout out to the Rams.
Nah, fuck them. All right, Lyric. You gonna agree with the team, or you just gonna be a devil's advocate? I already see it in your face, but it's okay. You can say your
Yeah, it
opinion.
sounded like you was looking like you about to say the opposite. You ain't gonna win. Yeah, it was your
Uh,
chest. It was your chest, young man.
damn. I kind of really want to go for the 49ers. I really do. I really
Mm.
do. I
All
really
right.
do.
Is there a
But
butt
something,
there?
yeah, but
See,
something to
I was
go
about
for
to
the
say it
Rams.
seemed like it was the
I'm not gonna
well.
lie. Something told me to go for the Rams, bro. Like 49ers do have a good defense. Their offense just
We about cross now. That's what we're not going to do. Go ahead, say it. Say your damn pick.
Which one?
You had your homework. Is this your game of the week or what is it? Because you think it hard. Usually that's when I put game of the week. So when I got to think hard, fucking like, damn, who I'm gonna pick?
yeah. I think this is gonna be one of my game of the week right here. Yeah, definitely, man.
Ding 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 gang.
So who are you picking to
Um,
win? Dun 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 dun
Dun,
dun
dun,
dun.
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 you know what? Fuck it,
No copyright.
fuck it, fuck it. I'm just gonna go for the 49ers. We're gonna go for the 49ers.
Oh damn!
I want to hear next week
Yeah.
something told you. I don't want to hear that shit.
Sweet.
All right, the next game, and which I think is probably going to be, I'm gonna start. I might add this in here. This is probably going to be the worst game of the motherfucking week. The
Oh
worst one.
damn!
This is probably going to be the worst game. This is Giants 0-1 going against the Cardinals, who is 0-1. If y'all don't know, Kyler Murray's on that pup list. He's gonna be out for the first 4 weeks. So they don't got Kyler Murray. They got Josh Dobbs. So with that being said, I know a lot of people gonna hate me for this pick. I'm going with the Giants. I don't know. I just feel like I could trust their quarterback more than the second string quarterback, even though he played like ass last week. But it's kind of one of those things where it's like, can you play worse than that? I don't want to find out. I don't think they will, but can you really even play worse than that? I mean, that Cowboys defense was just perfect. I don't think that Cardinals defense could be perfect. I really don't think so. So I went with the Giants. I gotta go with the Giants. Maybe they'll get a win there, but
Maybe.
maybe.
Yeah,
But
I'm
like
going.
I said, that's probably gonna be the worst game of the week.
Yeah, I'm going for the Giants as well. I mean, it makes sense.
Um, yeah, it makes sense to go for the Giants. The bad old quarterback horrible game last week. That don't mean he can't get it together this week. But still, I'm gonna pick the Giants to pull it off.
Yeah, because the Commanders did a number.
Don't they got
Wasn't too
Daniels
bad.
over there? Those Giants got Daniels.
Um, I think so, if I'm not mistaken. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie.
he
Yeah,
decent.
yeah, yeah. Daniel Jones, Danny Don. It's,
Yeah,
it's Daniel Jones versus
yeah.
Josh Dobbs. So that's why I said off a quarterback
Daniel Jones
position,
decent.
I
Yeah,
had to go with the Giants. So we all going for the Giants. All right, let's go. It's gonna be a giant letdown if they lose. When they lose or whatever. That's just one of those games where I was like, someone gonna have to play better. But
Gigantic.
all right, we all went with the Giants. This is the next game, and I'm curious. Y'all gonna hate me again this week. It's all good. The Jets are 1-0. The Cowboys are 1-0 at home. The Jets don't got Aaron Rodgers. It's Zach Wilson. The Cowboys gonna take the win because they got that defense. I'm going with the Cowboys. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna put that shit out there. It's my game of the
Well,
week. It's gonna be a defensive battle.
who's Houston going against?
It ain't Houston. That's Dallas.
No, I'm saying who is Houston going against?
The Colts.
And I went for the Colts.
I went with the Texans. I'm still picking Cowboys. So you do what you do what you must with your decision. This is the defensive game of the week right here.
So the Cowboys versus the Eagles.
No, the Cowboys versus the Jets.
Oh, the Jets. My bad.
The
Them
Jets
green
lost Aaron
motherfuckers.
Rodgers. They got Zach Wilson, but they both 1-0. Cowboys are at home.
Yeah, I'm going for the Jets, man.
mm.
Yeah, they're gonna jet Dallas the fuck out of here. Actually, it's not even Dallas, it's Arlington, to be real. They're gonna fucking jet Arlington the fuck out of here.
All right. Hawklyfe,
I
what
will
you
say
got for?
this. I will say this. Zach Wilson surprised me last week, and he held it together after Aaron Rodgers got hurt. I feel like we got to see how he gonna go under this pressure, and I feel like
That
he
Garrett
probably can
Wilson
stand and
catch.
hold him. Yeah, I don't feel like it's gonna be as easy as it was against the previous team. Not to take anything away from the Jets, from like I said, from the young man. I just got to see how he gonna work under this pressure because this is a different type of pressure. And
It's gonna be
Dallas
tough
made a
on them.
statement. Dallas
It's
made a
gonna be tough
statement in
on
the
them.
first game, and I feel like Dallas gonna take this on as well. But Dallas may be the team to beat this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough on them, but at the same time, I mean, I feel like that,
And this was my last game of the week.
Yeah,
I
we
feel like
agreed.
that
That's the game of the weeks.
I feel that they're gonna work with him, man. He already knows what the hell he's gonna be up against. I feel like that, you know, they're gonna do it. They're gonna
All
do it.
right.
They're gonna get
Well,
it done. And if they
I ain't
don't
gonna
get
lie
it
to you.
done, then that rotisserie chicken gonna be done.
It's all good.
Mhm.
It was the same deja vu moment because me and Hawklife went for the Cowboys last week, and you did, and you lost. So maybe that happens again. All right, now this is the one I'm gonna be looking. Maybe I'm gonna be looking at Lyric a little bit because we was all right on this team. We was all right. So let me see if this happens again. I'll let Hawklife go first. I'm gonna go last just because I got a feeling. All right, so Commanders are 1-0. They go into the Broncos at home.
Oh
Commanders got
man,
Sam Howell. Broncos got Russell Wilson. What do y'all got in this game?
I feel like
bro.
I don't like the Broncos, but I feel like Sean Payton gonna get it together. He kind of quick on his toes with that and figuring it out. I still feel like they still gonna have a while before they get that chemistry together. Um, Even though I feel like they gonna play well at home, I'm still giving it to the Commanders.
Okay.
Exactly. The
Well,
Commandos, bro.
all right. Well, I'm about to bust bubbles. I think the Broncos gonna win. I'll stand alone on that one.
Bro,
It's
don't,
gonna be good.
don't shit on the Commandos, bro.
Hey, we all agreed last week, but I can't agree this week. I told you I got a feeling. I got a feeling with the Broncos. I mean, 17-16 last week, and they lost by 1 point. So it is what it is on that one. But
Yeah.
the Commanders only had 20 points, and the Cardinals had 16. So it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a close game. Might go down to defense. I might regret this pick because I think Commanders might have a little better defense. But I just feel like
You
the
are.
Broncos, they at home. So I'm gonna give them that. I can't, what I mean, trust Russ or whatever the fuck they be saying over there. But I'm just gonna go with the Broncos. I got to. I gotta have these games where I'm not following everybody's. You know what I mean? I'm not going with. It's my underdog game. Just the same thing with the Seahawks and Lions. It's my underdog game. Gotta have a few underdogs where you, even though they're at home, you still gotta vote for the underdogs sometimes. So I went with the Broncos. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all got the Commanders. I got the Broncos. It is what it is. All right, next game. Dolphins are 1-0. The Pats are at home. The Patriots 0-1. We all know Tua Tagovailoa
Uh huh.
to whatever his last name is, going against
Told you
Mac
about
Jones.
them Dolphins.
We always right about the Dolphins. I'm going with the Dolphins. I don't think the Patriots got what it takes to keep
They
up with
don't.
that offense.
They
They do
don't.
got a. I think they do got a maybe a slightly better defense, but when you got a overpowering offense like the Dolphins, I mean, look at what Tyreek Hill did last week. Look at what Tua did last week, 466 yards. Like,
Swear to God.
hey, you got it. You got to. You can't really go against the Dolphins. You can here with me. Everyone got their own opinion on this show, but for me, I just can't do it. Not after that game. Not after that offense. So I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. I got to.
Yeah, I'm going for Dolphins too.
400 some odd yards last week. The Dolphins seem like the team to beat in the AFC. Um, it's gonna be hard to say either way. I do feel like Mac Jones could have a good game at home. Patriots, they got Hall of Fame coach Bill Belichick, future Hall of Fame coach Bill Belichick. Anything can happen with the Patriots. We done seen him work miracles. They won 7 championships. You can't just sleep on Belichick. They got the goose egg in their corner. But I will say this. I will say this. Check or not, I don't think they handling with Tyreek Hill and Togolova, whatever the fuck his last name is.
Tagovailoa with that Tua.
I'm gonna call you T double T. Fuck that.
Tag,
I ain't saying
tag
TT. That shit sound gay, but double T.
is tag or toe and roll over.
Yeah,
So,
something like
so you going with the Dolphins too?
that. Yeah, I'm going with the Dolphins.
All right, next game we're gonna let Hawklyfe go first because we already know who he picking. The Saints are 1-0, going to the Panthers at home 0-1. Who you got? Who that team you picking?
Let me say this. I said before earlier that the Panthers was gonna be our hardest team. Let me say this. This is a division game. So, but
Oh,
I thought they was gonna do something in the last game, and now my mind has changed. But this is a division game. I still feel like Tampa Bay. Now I feel like Tampa Bay is still the threat. But I will say this: Carolina can't be slept on because any given Sunday they can win the game. You know what I'm saying? This is like I said. It's a division game, man. It's a division game. It's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a fighter. They're not gonna push over and just let. Then they're at home too. Our road record last year wasn't that good, man. So, but like I said, who is Carolina quarterback again?
Bryce Young, the rookie.
Right, Bryce
Y'all
Young,
know
the
y'all
rookie.
got Derek Carr.
We got
Yeah,
Derek Carr, y'all got Bryce Young, the rookie, but Bryce Young is
Oh, not y'all. Hey, I'm from North Carolina, but I don't like them Panthers. I don't. No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no.
you know,
Well,
after
I'm
we
born in
got
Baltimore,
called.
but
We got a lot of weapons. I think we may overwhelm Carolina, but I do still feel like they're gonna play good at home. Y'all know I'm not going against my Saints in this one. You know, division rival or not, slobber knocker or not. It's gonna be a close game. It probably be another Tennessee game, a very close one. But the Saints gonna pull it out.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to Lyric now because he look like he got something to say. I'll
Who
let him
that?
say what he can say.
Who that said they gonna beat them? Say.
Yeah, I do got something to say. If Hawklyfe keeps singing that damn song, I'm gonna blow my damn brains out. God damn. I really don't want to go for the Saints. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't. I like in this case, I want to go for the Panthers. I'd rather see the Saints lose. I enjoy seeing them lose sometimes. I really do. But
Hey, you picked him last week, so if you don't pick him this week, that's hey, it is what it is.
I mean, when I kind of think about it, bro, Saints was struggling, but their defense was good. Their defense is really is
Mm,
what's helping them. I'm not gonna lie.
top three, top three.
So against the Panthers, so and from what I've seen with the Panthers playing, and they won one game.
No, they lost.
No, they lost. Yeah, that's right. They did. They
Panthers
lost.
lost. Saints won.
Panthers got
And,
smoked.
and they went against who again? The first week
Them
again.
Falcons that I told you I was gonna do
Oh
that.
yeah.
Them motherfuckers. Dirty birds. But shout out Atlanta. I fuck with Atlanta in the city, but I don't fuck with y'all football team. You know it's beef. 7 shot 3 eggs that I bust. Y'all know it's beef.
Well, sometimes you got to be brave, Hawklife. Atlanta brave. Yeah, a little dad joke for the squad.
I don't know, man.
Who you
Trying
got,
to think.
Lyric? You sitting over there teeter tottering.
Oh my bad, bro. Shit, I started thinking like,
See the
damn,
two.
how the hell can Hawklife like the Saints? And his name is technically one of a fucking Falcon related bird. But nah, I'm gonna have to go for yeah, I'm gonna have to go for the Saints. I'm gonna have to, man. I'm gonna
You
have
gotta
to.
go against y'all home
Well,
team.
well,
I'm gonna
well.
have to.
Hold on, hey, it's not going against your own team. I told you I don't like the motherfucking Panthers.
Right.
No,
So
Did
with
say
that being
that.
said, I went with the
that ain't my
Saints.
team.
I don't believe in the Panthers. I think
I never
they're
did
gonna be the
believe in the
Ooh.
worst
Panthers.
team in the division. I already told y'all that.
Ooh.
Last week when
Good.
y'all was on that, hey, last week when y'all was riding that Panthers train, guess who
Nah,
stayed? Waiting for the
you.
Falcons to pull through. That was me.
Well, I
That
had
was
to
me who
see what
stayed.
they was coming with.
They weren't coming with shit, and I tried to tell y'all that last week. So I got the Saints in that game. I ain't gonna lie. I just it's kind of like it's not personal too much, but it is because I'm from Baltimore, and when I moved down here, my whole family would make that joke like, you a Carolina Panthers fan? I'm like, no, fuck, I'm not. So I always hated the Panthers. It's one of my teams the whole team. I don't care who on the team, what they even when Cam Newton was there, I just never
Honestly,
liked it because my family would be
that's
like, hey,
Cam Newton was a weird cat, man.
now. I'm gonna say this: when me and bro was in Montclair, me and bro met each other in Montclair Elementary School, bro. So when we went there and shit, everybody was so excited, thinking that the Panthers were gonna go and shit. I fucking hate the goddamn Panthers because I was born in Maryland as well. You might as well say I was born in Baltimore. I was born in Bethesda, but so I was born in base. But Milo so short, whatever. Uh, so my team always has pretty much been the Ravens. I like the Panthers. Don't get me wrong. And the only reason why I did
I
like the
don't.
Panthers back in the days was because it was one dude. It was their middle linebacker. He came to our
Luke
school.
Kuechly?
He came to our school and he dropped off like photos and shit with his autograph and shit. So that shit was cool as fuck. And I gave it to my mom on Mother's Day. So other than that,
Yeah.
that's really like the only reason why I kind of like sometimes side with the Panthers, just because of that reason. I thought it was pretty cool as fuck. But other than that, I don't really fuck with the Panthers. I really don't.
The only
And
person
like
I ever liked from the
I
Panthers
should,
was Steve Smith Sr. when we got him for the Ravens. That's the only motherfucker I like
yeah,
Damn.
player
yeah,
wise.
facts.
Team
Yeah.
wise, I don't like the fucking Panthers. Fuck them. We gonna go to the last game. The last game. It's the Browns 1-0 going to the Steelers 0-1. The Steelers are at home. Um, but as you know, Deshaun Watson having a great game last week against
So what
Kenny
you gonna do?
Pickett.
You gonna shit on the Browns again?
I picked the Browns. I don't like the Steelers.
Oh, he picking the Browns now. Okay, all right, cool, man. Yeah,
Hey, I didn't
because I'm
go.
going.
I didn't go for the
I'm
broke
going.
ass
I'm,
team.
I'm going for the Browns too.
If there's one team in the division that everyone
What?
knows that them
Watch
Ravens
Hawklyfe fast. Hawklyfe gonna go
fucking
for the damn
hate
Steelers.
is Pittsburgh. He went for the Steelers last week, but one team
What
that
the
this is
fuck?
like how Hawklife feels about the Falcons is how a Ravens fan feel about the Steelers. When you hear that Steelers name, you get fucking a little bit of anger in your soul because it's just the best rivalry in the NFL to me. The best rivalry. And I hate them motherfuckers. So even if I think they're gonna win, half the time I still might say they're gonna lose. And this year I feel like they're gonna be the worst team in the AFC North. A lot of people just don't see that. I think Mike Tomlin is not gonna have his. Every year he gets more than he wins more than he loses. But this year it's time for him to eat that losing season. It's time. So I went with the Browns. Fuck the Steelers.
He
Look,
said it's
look,
tough.
look, look. I love the Steelers, you know. I liked them because how physical they was. They always was a defensive first team and always had superior defense.
I
But
think I
I mean,
lost
shit.
respect for you just now.
Hold on. They had some good defense now. They had some players. Um, but man, they ain't been the
That's the
same since
Ravens.
they lost Roethlisberger. Man, they ain't been the same since Roethlisberger left. Man,
Raplesberger?
Troy,
I mean, yeah,
no,
Roethlisberger.
no, no. Troy Polamalu.
Palomalo and Roethlisberger, like they just been never been that caliber of a team for a while. Basically, they've been alright. They made the playoffs here and there. They've been alright. They was one of those teams that was historic, like the 49ers and the Cowboys, with those going back to the champ Super Bowl type shit and shit like that. In this particular game right here, I saw Cleveland last game. You know what I'm saying? And they won that game and they looked pretty damn good. Chubbs, Deshaun Watson, he had a
All right,
chip on his
Cheefa.
shoulder, all them fucking sexual harassment charges. That nigga is fucking Teflon Don. Nigga, how you get 26? I ain't gonna talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it. Nigga, how you gonna get 26 sexual harassment charges? Pay these bitches off. They know you guilty. And then come out here and get a W with all that going on last week. Nigga, to keep it 100, nigga, you a lucky nigga, but I still respect the fact, nigga, you was clear minded enough to come out here and pick up a dub, nigga, with all that shit going on in the whole season, going into the season,
I spoke about
nigga.
that last week.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I would have cracked up, nigga. I'd have been like, man, fuck y'all, I ain't playing no ball. Nigga, I told y'all I ain't do that. I gotta pay these bitches too. Man. But you
One of the
came out
highest
of
paid
it.
quarterbacks.
You came out there and did your best shit. One of the highest paid quarterbacks. Of course, they wasn't gonna let you go down. That's the same reason they let R. Kelly go down, so people can stop asking them fucking questions. Why they ain't do nothing earlier? Why? Status, value, agreements, contracts. You understand that when you understand, get to
I just
understand
hope
the
he stopped
business.
getting massages in Cleveland. That might help
Yeah,
him.
God damn it. Yeah, give massages. Bitches getting happy endings, forgetting about it, then saying you did them. You're starting to look like. And another thing, you know what? Fuck that. That's a whole nother situation. We're gonna talk about that on a different episode. But
Oh no,
I
we can
got
talk about
Cleveland.
this now. It's sports. It fall underneath the sports bracket.
Nah, because I was about to go to talking about Bill Cosby and bitches coming out the woodworks and shit. I was going way
Yeah,
left field.
years later, it's the same situation, so it fits in.
Yeah, you know
Um,
what I'm saying? Yeah,
all
it
right,
fits
who you
in.
got, Lyra? Who you got? Browns and Steelers.
Oh, I told you, don't shit on the Browns.
I don't like how you back them up so much. I don't like it.
I don't like the Browns. I hate him. But I
Mm.
mean, like I told y'all, like I'm not being biased, and when I am being biased, I'm gonna let you know. Now, when it comes with the Ravens, I'm being biased. I don't give a damn if they lose. I'm gonna be biased. That's how you know when I'm gonna be biased. Other than that, I'm not. I'm not gonna be biased when it comes to like my team. Like that's the only thing. Like I'm a diehard Raven fan, so I'm going to choose Raven. It kind of makes sense. But now um. with the Browns, though, like I said, man, don't shit on the Browns. And I said it for a reason because the lineup that they have, man, I'm not gonna lie, like they actually have a nasty ass motherfucking team, bro. Not gonna lie, that's gonna be a little competition for the Ravens. Like that's the only thing that I'm worried about. If I had to say, if the Ravens have a shot at even going to, um, the Super Bowl, that's the only thing that might could stop them is the Browns.
Mm.
The Browns looking good. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I seen that
Yeah, the
since
Chiefs and Bengals are shaky, so
yeah, like I seen that since when they were picking up players, and when I saw what's his name got picked up, I was like, oh, hold on, like let me kind of look at this shit for a minute. They was one of the teams I had my eye on. It was them. It was Miami. It was what else was it? It was Miami. Some reason I was also looking at Raiders and it was Raiders and the Colts. And that's when I had knew like, okay, all right, I kind of realized something. But yeah. So that's the only reason why I'm kind of backing them up so much is because, I kind of see them having a good year as well. And I know it's gonna be tough. I'm not worried about the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers gonna be a threat. As far as Titans, what Titans did a long time ago with the disrespect and the bullshit, I don't really see them really coming with that shit neither. I see the Ravens gonna get even with the Titans with a little bit of Titan rivalry that we also got going on. So yeah, I feel like that the Browns gonna stop. They're gonna put a stop to they definitely gonna put a stop to the Steelers to even really trying to move up in the AFC and shit. So that's kind of how I feel, man.
all right. Well, now this is where we recap whatever we want to talk about. We went over the games, went over the matches, went over the schedule last week. What I gotta say is, damn, it's some defense. That Jets and Cowboys game gonna be a defensive fucking game. Dak gonna have to
Yeah,
outplay Zach Wilson. As far as the Ravens, hey, Ravens just gonna do what the Ravens do. Um, Saints, I feel like they got to show that offense, but they got a chance. They got a chance. This week.
yeah,
As far as the five best teams of last week, um, the top five teams that was playing last week, um, I add that as a topic. I really feel like I'm gonna go in order from the best team to the worst team. The best team last week had to be the Cowboys for me. Uh, just because I mean 40 nothing, you can't really say nothing really bad about them. Second team, for me, I probably go with the 49ers. All right, the 49ers did have they showed out. They showed out. Uh Third team, I actually go with the Packers. 38 points, you really can't. They did something. Will it happen again? I don't know. That's it for me. But I like the Packers. The fourth team will have to be the Dolphins for me. And then the fifth team, best team last week, and it's not even being biased. I just feel like the Ravens. The Ravens, I mean, they pulled off a good shaky start for the offense. Defense did well. So those are my top five teams of the week. Um, as far as last week doing what they did.
My five,
Y'all
my top five from last week. Number one would be the Cowboys. The Cowboys 40-9. statement making situation. My second team would be Miami. Uh, Tua, 400 and some plus yards went crazy. Tyreek Hill went crazy. They demolished their opponents last week. Um, Number three would be Green Bay, which was very impressive to see them play the way that they played. And yeah, number four would be Baltimore. I thought Baltimore had a great game last week. Played really well, enjoyed it. And number five would be the New Orleans Saints. Even though they had a rough going, their defense was superb.
All right, all right. I like to also say 49 is an honorable mention. I gotta go with that.
Yes. I didn't mean to
They
leave the
might even be.
49ers, but
They
they,
might
they
even
could
be
be at number
tied.
three with the Green Bay. You can say Green Bay and 49 at number three if you want to see that. I ain't mean to leave 49 out. Shit.
Nothing against them,
Um,
but yeah, it was a great week of football. Ups and downs for the as far as pick wise, but hey, like I said, I got 10 wins. Lyra got 10 wins. Hawklife went even with 8. Um, there's 16 games until these freaking bye weeks come around. Then we'll know. That's when it's gonna really change up when you get to them bye weeks. Um, like I said, it's still early. It's not week 1. So you're still going
mm,
off with just one game. So a lot of people might have that hangover. You know what I mean? From winning,
mhm.
doing very good, might go into a hangover. Some teams might still show what they did last week. Some teams might show, hey, we went into a battle. You know what I mean? To talk about the Saints. So we went into a battle. We might have not have had a lot of points, but we scored. They scored more. They weren't the lowest scoring team. That was just the lowest scoring game. So don't
Yeah,
get it twisted. Don't get
yeah.
it twisted. Um, but yeah, like and as far as the Ravens, I like them. You already know I love them. That's my squad. But I just want to see Lamar Jackson open up that passing a little bit more for me. That's about it. Running was good. We lost J.K. Dobbins, but we got depth at the running back. There's a
Hey,
lot of people that I
look,
fucks
I
with
ain't gonna
over
lie
there.
though. I feel like Lamar, it was some minor mistakes that he was having. But at the same time though, now that one goddamn throw that he connected with
Odell?
Odell Beckham, yeah,
Yeah.
that one was a nice one. So I'm gonna say that Lamar also threw some passes that was fucking connecting. They pulled some tricks out of the hat. I'm not gonna lie, like especially with the running, they changed the running game kind of up some. Edwards was going off. You know what I mean? Like they was flexing a lot more with the running
Justice
than it
Hill was
was
going
with the
off.
yeah, like bro, like I don't know. Like, yo, I can see why Lamar posted on Instagram and said, yeah, I like this offense. I like this playbook. I like what I'm
Mark
seeing.
Andrews comes back
I
this
can
week.
see
If
that.
he does,
Yeah,
that's
I
gonna
can
open
see
the
the
passing
vision.
game.
It is. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I can see the vision. I can see Baltimore actually maybe winning the Super Bowl this year.
Like,
I can
we
say
had
that
our picks. We had our
all the
picks.
way.
Yeah.
All the way.
And if Hawklife would have it, it would be Saints and Ravens. He's gonna have to take the L in that game in the Super Bowl, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? At least you got there. You know what I mean? At least you got there. But like I said, I got the 49ers or the Cowboys on that side. I just feel like it. But the 49ers, I like they got that offense. So does the Cowboys, but it's something we just gonna have to see for the season. But as far as week 2, I think there's a lot of crazy picks that we done picked. There's a lot of underdogs that we done sided with, and there's also a lot of teams that I mean they played so good last week you kind of couldn't go against them uh, for a couple games. I ain't gonna say because we all know we all went against some of the top players, but our top teams. So I mean it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy for those who are wondering. Um, you know what I mean? A lot of those games are Sunday night. I think we have 2 Monday night games this week. I forgot who was in the Monday night games, but I do know that the Vikings and Eagles play Thursday, so that's the first game we're gonna see out of that
Okay.
one. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Saints and Panthers play Monday, and the Browns and Steelers play Monday. So that's the game we'll be waiting for after all that Sunday action. Those are the two games they play Monday. I think they pull off Saturday night games this season too at some point. I think that's the London games, if I'm not mistaken. But I like it. I like it. I also like how they added that game. I know it's already been there for a couple years now, but adding that extra game really splits up getting into the playoffs. So there's not too many ties. And if there is a tie still, then they go by division standings and how you did in your division for playoffs. But it looked like this week, like the Bengals was the biggest threat. Everyone was saying they were going to be the biggest threat in the AFC North, and now it's down to the Ravens and Browns. So I'm gonna be watching those games. There's some games that I picked one side, but if the other side do win, hey, don't like if the Steelers do beat the Browns. Hey, I might have lost that game, but hey, at least you beat the Browns. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, you take that loss. Same thing with the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? We beat the Bengals. Cool. You know what I mean? But I don't think they're gonna beat us. I really don't think they're gonna beat us, but that's my one of my game of the weeks. Last week I didn't have the Ravens in the game of the week, but this week I think they both of them quarterbacks got to have a little bit of better play. That's why I picked that one. That rookie showdown is definitely gonna be crazy. The Colts and Titans. I mean, not Titans, Texans. That's gonna be a crazy game. But I'm going against Lyric's math. He said when the Texans wins, the Cowboys lose, back and forth. So I think they both gonna win this week. It's gonna be Texas
Yeah.
gonna be a little happy.
No, I'm trying to tell you that never happens. I started realizing that when I came down here, and every goddamn time when I would watch the game, this, that, third, whatever. I started realizing that when Houston lose, Dallas win. When Dallas lose, Houston win. I started realizing that.
Well, Houston might be the iffy game to Texas. I know you got to call some of it, but I don't think the Cowboys going to lose. They is going against a great defense, though. It's going to be. I think that's going to be a better game than the Texas and Colts game. Don't get me wrong. I think that's probably the tug game for me. The throw it up game that I've been talking about is that Jets and Cowboys. I feel like one of these defenses get hot. One of these it's going to be a defensive game. I don't think there's going to be a lot of scoring. I think there's going to be a lot of mistakes offensively, and who's going to make less mistakes is the question. Really
Yeah,
is the question.
yeah.
But y'all know. Anything
Oh
else
yeah.
y'all want to talk about?
Nah.
Nah,
We good.
man. We can't wait till next week, man. It's gonna be a vibe. So yeah, make sure y'all tapping in. Make sure y'all like and comment, subscribe. Let us know who y'all predict to win next week. Let us know y'all predictions, man. Be active. Share the broadcast, man. It's been Spotlight Sports, man. You already know.
Spotlight Sports, the kingdom of sports. Ding! I'm like,
We in the game.